Thanks a lot, Darren. An area high school says a lack of sleep for students is an issue, and while principals value a later start to the day for students, there are concerns about after-school activities. A new study by the University of Minnesota surveyed thousands of students. It shows those who start the day later in the morning had better attendance, test scores, and overall health as well. WEAU's Joe Nelson shows us what's keeping McDonald High School from starting classes later.
Like, even eating dinner is just something you have to do, So it's just like you're just, by the end of the day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do anything.
A busy schedule combined with early classes can impact teenagers.
I fall asleep probably around 12, 1.
Sleep is kind of the afterthought.
A University of Minnesota study surveyed more than 9,000 students from 8 high schools in 3 states, with start times varying from 7:30 a.m. to 8:55. It found that schools starting later had better attendance, standardized test scores, and overall health. One school studied in Wyoming saw a 70% drop in car crashes after switching to a later start time. Roger Betzel, principal at McDonald High School in Chippewa Falls, says telling students to go to bed earlier is not the solution.
You're just not going to get that to happen, I guess. There seem to be more night owls than I was growing up.
Zach Ruff, a junior at McDonald, is an exception, getting 8 hours of sleep or more each night.
It helps me to prepare myself to be ready for the long day.
But not everyone has the time.
So much emphasis is put on getting good grades, and then not only that, but then sports, and then if we work, and then home life, and things like that. I think that really, all of it adds up, and at night I feel like the stress just kind of builds up and you're still trying to kick in.
Betzold said he would support a later time, but is concerned busing and delaying after-school activities with a later dismissal would be challenging.
I think it's a thought at this point, but I certainly would support starting later and would support that for our kids, especially the quality learning time that we would gain from that, and their alertness and their ability to focus would be much greater.
Betzold says because McDonald is a voucher school, they have to abide by the DPI's minimum hours law. They also can't delay some outdoor sports practices into the dark. In the newsroom, Joe Nelson, WEAU 13 News.